What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with another movie review / recommendation. Today we're going to go back to the year 1989 to take a look at a film directed by Luigi Cozzi, and that film is called Paganini Horror. So this film, apparently a lot of people don't like this movie. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is The Godfather Part 2, but I didn't think it was all shit. I had a decent time with it. Basically, the story is about this band who's struggling to get this, to produce a new banger, basically. And, the one character that's like the drummer, he goes and he makes a deal with Donald Pleasance, of all people, and he gets these original music sheets with this song that this artist, this composer Paganini made like 200 years ago. It was supposed to be used for like cult rituals and stuff, and they use that music in order to make this new hit record. They're gonna make a music video about it, so they go to this fucking haunted house, or this house, okay? And the house is actually owned by the woman that was married to Dario Argento. She was also in Tenebrae. Her name is Dario Nicolodi. So she plays this landlord lady that is going to let this band make their music video at her house. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, the beginning of this film, I think, is probably my favorite part. It's about this little girl, like, roaming the streets of, I think it's Venice, like the town where they have the gondolas and all that shit, the fucking boats you can ride through the city. I've always wanted to go there. I always thought that was sick. How safe are those gondolas? Do they ever flip, though? That's I have a fucking fear of flipping boats. When I was a teenager, I flipped a canoe twice, and it was fucking horrifying, okay? So that thought has always lived in my head. But this little girl gets her little gondola ride, goes home. Her mommy's in the bathtub having a bath, and the little girl has this doll that's basically dressed up as the killer from this film. And she like dunks the head of the doll into the bathtub, and it gets all wet. So, logically, she grabs the fucking hair dryer, starts blow drying this doll's hair, and then she decides it's a better idea to throw the blow dryer in the tub with her dear old mama. So that electrocutes the fuck out of her. The electrocution shit looks pretty cheesy, but the blood stuff looks good. It's not just like an electrocution where she shakes and that's it. Like, it's an electrocution where she's shaken to shit, but also like bleeding from the face. It's gruesome. It's graphic. I like that. And then the rest of the film is sort of like flash forward, okay, and you're kind of wondering who that little girl was. Like, throughout the film, I was thinking, like, okay, which one of these fucking chicks was that little girl? I did take some notes, and I did watch this movie on Tubi, so if you're interested in checking this flick out, you can watch it on Tubi for free. I wouldn't recommend going out and spending $40 on the latest Blu-ray boutique release on this flick. Again, it's not the best film in the world, but it has its moments, and I kind of want to talk about its moments. So, the scene where the drummer goes and meets with Donald Pleasance, he makes the deal where he gives Donald Pleasance a bunch of cash, and he gives him the fucking Paganini Horror music notes. One thing I liked about that was the suitcase that Pleasance gives to the drummer. He's like, oh, the combination on it is 666. And then the exact shot from fucking Pulp Fiction happens, like, right there. I thought that was awesome. Tarantino obviously watched this fucking movie, because if he didn't, that's coincidence as a motherfucker. The killer of this film, like the Paganini Horror killer guy, he kind of looks like Blade from Puppet Master. So I could be fucking up the guy's name, but like the main puppet from Puppet Master, which I've got here somewhere. It's just, my shit is not in alphabetical order right now. That's sort of the P's. There's some P's in there. Yeah, it's impossible. Like I said, it's a work in progress getting this shit put in alphabetical order still, but maybe I don't own any of those Puppet Master flicks. I was never the biggest fan of those movies, but I could have swore I kept the first one, or maybe like a 3-pack perhaps. I don't know. We'll have to see. That will eventually come up, hopefully. But that's what the main killer looked like to me. He looked just like that little fucker from Puppet Master. There's this like really cheesy horror director guy that's shooting the music video, and his death is hilarious because like he basically like he gets his hand fucked up somehow, and then they're driving away in the car, and then the car hits this like force field which causes him to projectile out the front window, and then the car explodes and he dies. It sort of reminds me of Night of the Living Dead, the remake with I forget the kid's name, Billy or whatever the fuck, the one that explodes. Um, there's a scene where this girl, she's being chased around this house, ends up getting stabbed to shit, but that ends up being part of the music video. Now, what I think happened with this film, I think there's more gory shit that happened that they took out, because that scene that was the supposed music video, the guy stabs her like 20 fucking times and there's blood everywhere. A lot of the other deaths either happen off screen, or it's just there's nothing much to it. There was something to the one girl that was got like mold on her somehow, and then all the other girls are following this trail of moldy blood up the stairs, and they end up finding their friend, who looks like the motherfucker from RoboCop that gets melted. I thought the makeup effects there were top notch. That's one thing you can't really deny. Like this movie, like when it has a scene, like even at the end when the one girl gets stabbed, it's a quick shot, but it's pretty good looking. And like again, the one thing I like about this killer guy is he's a violinist or a composer from fucking 200 years ago. His weapon is a violin with a knife that comes out of it. And he gets a few people with it. It's not bad. Again, am I ever gonna watch this movie again? Probably not. But I'm glad I got to check it out, because I do like Argento's wife. I think she's a good actress. I like the idea of this band that's getting fucked over, because there's a scene like at the end, Donald Pleasance kills the girl, and spoiler alert, but he's like, I hate people that sell their souls, basically. And it's like, I don't think anybody sold their soul in this movie. I don't think there was ever a scene where they were like, I'm gonna sell my soul. It just, I don't know. Tubi, man, it's got some motherfuckers on there, I'm telling you. It's the only streaming service with its own dedicated section for Italian horror and giallo. So you got to give Tubi its dues with that. So I don't know, man. If you're looking for a fun little hour and a half, don't know what to watch type movie, throw on Paganini Horror. Check it out. It's got some. I wouldn't say the music's like amazing, but like the music's not too shabby. And there is a few music video moments in this film though, where it's like 3, 4, 5 minutes of just like one of them playing their song, and you're kind of like, holy fuck, like let's get it moving here. But the kills are worth it, I would say. Again, not every, just because it's an Italian horror film doesn't mean it's going to be like fucking the best. Like it's not going to be Terminator 2. You know what I mean? It's not going to be Rosemary's Baby. Like not every one of them is a banger. Like I've even seen some giallos, like, because I wouldn't really consider this a giallo because it has that supernatural element to it, and I don't really consider supernatural to be like part of the giallo thing. I like there to be like a guy at the end that's the killer, or a girl, whatever the fuck. But I don't know. It's a good way to sort of see Donald Pleasance be a fucking demon, I guess, even though there's a scene where I almost forgot to fucking mention this scene. He takes the money that he gets from selling these music sheets, he just throws it off the roof, and he's like, little demons. I don't know, man. This one, like I said, it's not it's not the good, the bad, and the ugly, all right, but it definitely ain't fucking insert some cheeser horror film from now. Like, the thing is, if I'm gonna watch cheesy, shitty fucking horror films, I'm gonna watch ones that I at least know, I'm gonna watch ones that tried, because I feel like nowadays, like, they don't, like, the acting, like, I can take shitty acting like this, but like modern day shitty acting, it just, I can't do it, man. I can't take it. So there's plenty of movies from before I was born that need to be watched before I need to watch the ones that were made when I was fucking in my 30s, you know what I mean? There's so many horror films coming out all the time, you'd never be able to watch all of them. Even, people amass an insane collection, and it's like, how the fuck, like, there's tons of movies on here I haven't watched yet. Like, my goal, once this bitch is in alphabetical order, every film I have not seen, I'm gonna pull out, and then like pull out a little bit, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta watch that one. When I watch it, push it in. I would say, like, I don't know how many movies I have. I don't count my movies, and I don't count my grains of rice. But I would say there's a few to watch. That's for goddamn sure. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody for watching. If you want to get a copy of the OG zine, Art Zine Cinema 187, this is the 6th issue. This is all satanic issue. you want to get down with it, message me at cinema.187 on Instagram, or you can go to the description of this video, check out my website. There's a how to order page with my email address. You can shoot me an email. We can go from there. So again, thank you for watching, and adios.